Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Horror Channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a remake of The Lost Boys, which it doesn't even need to be remade, but we're also going to take a look at the trailer for the brand new Paranormal Activity Next of Kin, which is actually being released on the 29th of October exclusively to Paramount Plus. So we're going to jump straight in. So, with The Lost Boys, Joel Schumacher made a timeless classic when he made it back in the late 80s. 1987, this came out. It was a huge hit. You know, Kiefer Sutherland, you had Bill from Bill and Ted, you had Corey Feldman, and you also had Corey Haim as well, excuse me. And it's just sad to see that Hollywood seem to be going back now. Oh, you know what? Let's just go and make movies from the 80s. Let's just remake them or reimagine them. That part there just sucks. So, The Lost Boys coming back to the big screen with new movies starring The Quiet Place and its actors. CW never did get around to getting their Lost Boys television series off the ground, but it does look like the boys are instead coming back with a brand new feature film. Hollywood reported tonight that Warner Brothers is developing a new Lost Boys movie with Noah Jupe from A Quiet Place and Jaden Martell from It attached to lead the cast. It's being directed by Jonathan Entwistle, with Randy McKinnon doing the writing. We're going to have to look at this guy because I don't know what else he may have done. Hopefully it would have been something good. So, the Hollywood Reporter notes details of the new take are being kept in the trunk of a 57 Ford Fairlane, but it is described as being set in modern day. Fingers crossed it's a sequel to the first film and they're just completely ignoring the other two sequels, the ones that went direct to video. But let's see if they can be as successful as the Halloween series, the new series, I should say, for the timeline, and same as, the way the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which has got so many offshoots to different timelines, is crazy. Joe Schumacher directed the original in 1987, wherein two brothers move to a new town and discover that the area is a haven for vampires. That movie introduced Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, and Jameson Newlander as the vampire-slaying Frog Brothers, who later returned in two direct-to-video sequels. Over the years, various other Lost Boys projects almost took flight, including a fourth movie, a Frog Brothers television series, and the aforementioned series from the CW. So we do have Jaden from It, and we also have Noah from A Quiet Place series. And that's what we got. So it's going to be interesting to see if they do actually, if they make it as a sequel to the original. If they do that, fair enough, it could be good, but you do need to have some kind of oomph for the story. And let's have a look at this Randy McKinnon, see what he's wrote already, because if he hasn't really written anything which is like, oh my god, that's good, or like, okay, let's see how it goes. Yeah, so he has written, I haven't seen any of these, so I can't really say anything else. A couple of short, Writer, Where the Water Runs. Let's have a look at that one. And Chambers, which is a TV series, and Grand Army, which I haven't seen. So, Where the Water Runs. It's got Daryl Dunning, okay, he's got a couple of people in there I know. Yeah. Kyra Locke, yeah. Who else we got? Oh, Alma Martinez, yeah, okay. Don't know anyone from there. But it does seem to, that he's done, one, maybe two things. And obviously he's a staff writer or whatever, which basically means he probably just helped write a couple of other things, a couple of ideas down, which is what they do with them. So and that's really all we got for them ones. But let's see, I will give it a chance. There is things for that, because, again, it's a brand new horror film. I love horror films, and horror is my jam. That's my main thing. And it'll be interesting to see how good it is. Because, like I said, The Lost Boys, the original, was a product of its time. It's so many other films from the 80s which were products of that decade. There's so many things regarding the 80s in films and TV series. But with Stranger Things doing it, it almost seems now that Stranger Things did that, let's do it as well. And it hasn't worked. For me, one of the best remakes that has been done from an 80s film, obviously the Evil Dead remake, is absolutely phenomenal. But again, no, it's a little bit different, but it does do a homage to the original film. But then you've also got Fright Night, which the remake with Colin Farrell, I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was just a really, really fun vampire movie. But again, no, not a patch on the original. It was just like the year they done for that one, more updated. But now we're going to jump into Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. So, streaming October 29th. We do have a trailer here. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I'm hoping they haven't flogged a dead horse, because when they got to the last one, in number 6, Ghost Dimension, it was like, come on, really, and they just kind of started going too overboard with it. The first 3 are amazing. I do love them, and they should have stopped there, but obviously they wanted to do what Saw was doing, release a film every year and try and beat Saw. So, the latest installment in the Paranormal Activity franchise now has a name, a release date, and a brief but frightening trailer. Okay, not a bad day's work. Newest entry, Paranormal Activity Next of Kin, will start streaming on Paramount Plus right before Halloween, October 29th, as reported by Deadline, and a teaser trailer seen on this page will help fans get a sense of the terrors to come. While it's still shrouded in mystery, though, is the storyline and main focus of the film from Paramount Pictures and Blumhouse Production. From the teaser, it seems obvious the found footage format is being continued and that the movie is set back in Puritan times. But is it a sequel, a reboot, or simply a reimagining? And if it's set back in the Puritan times, there was no fucking cameras back then. So, producer Jason Blum said Paramount wanted to extend the franchise, but he believed if they were going to continue it, there was no way to continue the road we'd been down. So I encouraged all the creative people involved to think of something new. Blum said many people who will watch this new installment were 3 years old when the first Paranormal Activity came out, so they don't know those older movies. If you were going to redo it, you better really redo it, not try to expand on what we did all those years ago. All those years ago, as fans will recall, a basic storyline in the film showed a family menaced by some sort of otherworldly entity, and the movie was uniquely presented with this found footage style of shooting. Next of Kin, directed by William Eubank from a screenplay by Christopher Landon. Okay, Christopher Landon has done the majority of the Paranormal Activity movies, but he also did The Amazing Freaky and, Happy Death Day and stuff. Stars Emily Bader, Roland Buck III, Henry Ayers Brown, and Dan Lippert. The original movie from 2007 from writer-director Oren Peli was a box office sensation. Shot on a shoestring budget of just $15,000, the film earned a shocking $193 million worldwide. So this is what we got. We do have the trailer by here. So, should we just give it a go? We'll pause that. We'll open this up. And obviously, I will be muting my mic so we can get this done.
Jesus wird kommen. Jesus wird kommen.
We are grateful to have our sister Margot return to us.
Jesus wird kommen. Jesus wird kommen. Christus stand die ganze
Run!
Something is here.
Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin, rated R, streaming October 29th, exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Okay, so, to be honest with you, with them, where is it by here? That the movie is set back in Puritan times? No, I don't think it is. What I think it is, I think they've gone there and it's kind of like The Village. That's what it seems to be at the moment. They've gone back, they've got the camcorder or phones or whatever they're using nowadays, and they've just stumbled across a village, like the film, The Village, where they are set during that time where they're making people believe that's the way they should live. Or they've done what they did in the marked ones, where they've gone through a portal and they're back in time or whatever. That's what it seems to be. But if, it could be good. It's, hasn't really got me excited for the film, to be honest with you, and that kind of sucks because I was a huge fan of the first 3, and I do watch them now and again, and it's just like, meh, is that really it now? Is this really where we're going? Because, come on, this just not grabbing people and pulling them back in. It's not doing a Spiral for me, let's just say that. Spiral pulled me the hell in, and I enjoyed that thoroughly. But that's what we got, ladies and gentlemen, so if you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future horror updates, and I'll see you all in the fog.